So I'm doing a project called Love John Cooper, partially to remember Grandpa, which I think is really cool. And this is the first time all four of y'all have been together in a while since I've been around. And it's perfect because you're interview number 48 out of 50. So I was hoping we could start with you. If you could just say your name and like maybe a sentence to describe Grandpa or a few words you would use to describe him. Like what would they be?
You're starting with me?
We're starting with you, Mama.
I'm Debbie, the baby, and the words that I would use to describe Dad would be soft-spoken, quiet, kind. He was always very generous. Those would be the things that I would think of.
Birthday girl. We're going this way.
My name is Sharon. Hello. I'm the firstborn of this family. You could consider me the leader. We could.
But you can consider yourself a leader, that's okay.
My dad was a wonderful guy. I have an amazing warm spot in my heart about my dad because my memories of him are so positive. It's hard to succinctly describe him. He was a man that was highly successful. He had a lot of high goals and he reached the goals. I think the most wonderful thing I can say about my dad is he genuinely lived the life he wanted to live. He felt very good about his life, and he was a risk taker. He never let obstacles get in his way. He always pushed himself. Another thing I admired a lot about him.
Uncle Jeff.
Being the only son, I had an unfair advantage. Dad would take me to all these Knickerbocker games that one of his associates would frequently invite him to. We had season tickets to the New York Jets. Couldn't beat it. And that was nice time to spend with your father. When it's one-on-one, you're going to a sporting event that Dad likes. Mom always liked the symphonies and the operas, and Dad and I tried, but it just never connected. So I have to say, 2 thumbs up to Dad. I couldn't have asked for a better father.
No. And then
He pushed me without being obnoxious.
Oh, good.
He knew my limits.
Okay, my name is Cindy. I'm the third in line. Third older, second youngest. And in addition to all those wonderful adjectives that I totally would agree with, I had the great pleasure of working in Dad's office for many summers and saw how much he truly cared about people and cared about his patients. Beyond just a professional interest, he was really very thoughtful and kind to them. And he and I would walk down the street of Summit and just be chatting, and all of a sudden we'd be stopped. Oh, Dr. Cooper, do you remember me? And we always remembered because we always remembered their name, and we were always very happy to see them again. So, in addition to all of the adjectives already put forward, I would say that he was a very caring individual.
Hooray. Does anyone want to say anything else before we end?
I'm good.
Yes,
Of course.
I'm still thinking about
Of
it.
course, Sharon has to have the last word.
So, at Dad's funeral, 2 wonderful things happened. One was at the memorial service, 2 yellow butterflies were flying around the wreath and the picture. And Christina did the last eulogy. And when Christina started her eulogy, one of the butterflies flew through the window into the great beyond.
Okay.
And then,
I should have just ended it there.
and then when we brought his ashes to the ocean, when the ship got to the spot where we were going to put his ashes down, there was a sea lion there waiting to greet him. And we did a little ritual, and the ashes went down, and then the boat did a big circle, and it stopped at that spot again for a moment of silence. There was the sea lion. So those two things were a great comfort to me because it feels like he was being welcomed to the next world.